Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is one that has been in the planning since December last year, and it's the Pride launch, prize giveaway, raffle extravaganza, and I'm so excited. Like, genuinely, this has been in the planning since December. I think we may have been on holiday. Oh, we were on, Mark's the other side of the camera. We were on holiday. Yeah, we were. And were we on holiday or were we down the bay? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hi, welcome. He's now pondering. If you are new here and you don't really know who I am or you don't know what this channel is about, hi, my name is Martin. I am a knitter and crocheter who lives in Cardiff in the UK. And I came up with this idea to do a Pride draw where I make a load of Pride themed items and raffle them off on my YouTube channel and Instagram and social media to raise money for charity. And you may have found me because I'm hoping this video has been shared by lots of other people, and you may have just found me and not really know who I am. So if you are one of those people and you're watching the video to see what all the great goodies are, hi, welcome, give a wave. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you for popping by. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the charity that I want to raise some money from, raise money for, and the gifts that I have, or the prizes that I've got to give away. If you are one of my regular YouTube viewers, hi, welcome back. It's so lovely to have you here. And I can't wait to show you all of the things properly. I know in some of my previous videos, I've shown you a little snippet of some of the things I've made, but everything's done, everything's sewn up, washed, blocked, dried. I've got a big pile of stuff. So I'm very, very excited to finally let this out into the world. So let's start with the important bit. I want to raise money. So Pride Month is coming. So I am a gay man. I live in Cardiff with my partner, Mark. He's the other side of the camera. He's actually making Welsh cakes for my brother's birthday barbecue tomorrow. It's a thing. If you hear a little bit of noise, Mark's in the background. Say hi.
Hi.
Do you want to come and say hello? I'll come and pay the Mark tax. You're in the room. We've introduced the Mark tax now. Come here.
No, I got my hands are dirty.
His hands are dirty. I'll try and get him in a minute. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, Mark is here. I'm a gay man. Here we go. Pride Month is coming. I think it's Pride Month around the world, but definitely in the UK, all throughout June, there will be a lot of focus on LGBT causes. It's still so important. Even in Cardiff, in the last few years, there have been homophobic attacks. People get attacked in the street. 2 people sadly lost their lives a few years ago through a brutal attack in the park. I don't want to get really serious in this video. I want it to be a celebration of lots of Pride-related fun gifts, giveaways, but it has a serious message to it for a moment. That is, it's still 2024, and even some places in the UK, I won't walk with Mark and hold his hand. I won't make a public display of affection and just touch his shoulder. There are countries where I cannot do that. It's illegal. And for me personally, it's madness. It's 2024. You do you, I'll do me. We can all get on and live very happy together. But it's really important, I think, during Pride Month to shine a light on a lot of that. And also the great work that some charities within the LGBT spectrum support. So throughout Pride Month this year, I'm going to be raising money for Terence Higgins Trust. So the Terence Higgins Trust, I've got some little notes I am going to read off them. So they work at the forefront of the fight against HIV and improving the nation's sexual health, underpinned by a vision, mission and values. So their vision is to strive for a future where there are no new cases of HIV, where people living with HIV get the support that they need, and there is good sexual health for all. And their mission is to end new cases of HIV by 2030, to be there and here until the last person living with HIV needs them, and to make sexual and reproductive health give it the priority that it deserves. And it's a really important charity. You will often see on World AIDS Day where people wear red ribbons to recognise that we have lost people to HIV and AIDS, And that's a way of commemorating in their memories and raising funds. Terrence Higgins do great work in the HIV field, and it's just it's a charity that Mark and I have supported in the past. A few years ago, we did something for Pride Month, and we did it for a different LGBT charity. So we're swapping around this year, and we're going for Terrence Higgins as our fundraising effort. So I'll pop a link to the Terrence Higgins Trust website below. If you don't know about them and you want to go and learn a little bit more, please go and visit their website. But hopefully you're here and watching this video, and I can encourage you to enter into the prize draw and help me and Mark raise funds during Pride Month for that charity. So all the proceeds from the draw are going to go directly to Terrence Higgins. I'm personally going to cover the postage for all of the items. As with all of my usual draws and giveaways, I will do this worldwide. So wherever you are in the world, I will ship your prize to you. The only thing I will caveat right up front is I will not be responsible for any import fees or local taxes for shipping outside of the UK. So if you do incur typically any customs or VAT or import taxes, I'll ask that you cover those yourself. I will cover shipping. I think that's the only real term and condition. Apart from, because it's a prize draw, which are technically regulated in the UK, certainly by the Lottery Commission, there is a free entry draw. So obviously I'm trying to do this to raise as much funds as I can for the Terrence Higgins Trust. There is a free entry, and the details will be on the crowdfunder website so that you can enter without paying. That is absolutely fine. The details are on there. You just send me an envelope as your entry, one postcard per envelope, and that will be the entry. But of course, I want to hopefully encourage everybody to jump on board and help me to raise the funds for Terrence Higgins. So excuse me. The draw is going to go live. So this video is hopefully up now, 2 p.m. on Saturday, the 1st of June. The draw is going to be live until it's going to go live at 4 p.m. today, and it'll be all over my social media, and I'll be tagging the wonderful dyers and makers to hopefully ask for their support to continue to share my campaign as well. And it will close at 4 p.m. on the 30th of June, UK time. I'm hoping that we've got a really good range of entry points. So it's £2 per ticket. And for £2, it gives you one entry. But I have done some tiers recommended on the website. So for £5, you get 6 entries into the draw. For £10, you get 15 entries into the draw. £20 gives you 30 entries into the draw. And £50, if anyone wanted, gives you 100 entries into the draw. So the more you enter, the higher the donation to charity, the more entries you get. But there's no limit on the number of entries you can have. What happens at the end of the month is crowdfunder send me a spreadsheet with all of the entries listed out, and I will do a random number generator. The prizes are listed 1 to 14 as I'll go through them with you now. And the draw will be a random draw for prize number 1, prize number 2, and I will contact the lucky winners after the draw. All the details, all the terms and conditions are on the crowdfunder website. The link is below where you can read all of that, find out more about it, and you can enter. So I think that is it. Bear with me 30 seconds. I just need to check that I think there's one more prize on the desk. Right, I'm back. I left one on the desk. I've been photographing them today. So let's go through and show off all of the prizes. Man alive, right? I can't believe it. So the first 2 prizes are not made by me, but they are handmade, and they are the most amazing donations. So 2 of my knitting dyer friends are Max and Vincent from Le Gasson. I've made a number of their patterns as a knitter, and it's lovely. They're based in Canada, but they often come over to the Raffle show here in the UK. And it's been lovely to meet them face to face and chat to them over the last few years. And I really wanted them to be part of the giveaway. So I got in touch and asked if they would donate a skein of yarn, which they said, yep, absolutely no problem. This was in January, and they were here in February for the Unravel Spring Festival. They turned up with a number of minis, which you will see, as well as the first two prizes then for the draw. So this is a shop sample. I know, that's what I thought when I saw it. So these are the neon minis that Vincent dyed. I'm not sure actually whether Vincent or Max knitted this, but it was a shop sample. And of course, if you recognize the pattern, it is a Vertices Unite by Stephen West. And they gave it to me. I was like, I can't accept that. And they were like, honestly, it's a sample that we've made in our yarn and we never use it. So have it, let it go to a home where it will be used. So prize number one in the draw is this massive West Knits Vertices Unite, hand knit by Le Garçon. We'll go with Le Garçon because we're not sure if it's Max or Vincent. I know the yarn, these minis were dyed by Vincent. Right, so they gave, oh, sorry, I'm not the camera. So they gave me these, gave me this. And then they said, we've also got this that we made in the minis and we wove it and we've never used it. So we've also got, made in the minis, this woven wrap. Like, how amazing is that? So let me come out so you can see the detail. So this is hand woven, and I think Vincent did do this one, he was telling me. And again, just holding a black yarn with the neons, finished with tassels. And I said, like genuinely, I was like, I can't accept both of those, honestly. And the neon minis that they gave me, they're like, it's such a worthy cause. It helps you with your making list. And it has helped me with my making list for sure. So number 1 and 2 are the Vertices Unite shawl and the hand woven wrap by Le Garçon. So a huge thank you to Max and Vincent for their lovely, kind donations. Next up, I described myself earlier as a knitter and a crocheter. So of course we had to have both crafts in here. Those of you that have watched my channel for many years will know of my love of Toft, the UK crochet yarn business. I just love everything about them. It's the amigurumi style of crochet. So of course I got in touch with Kerry and asked if she would be kind enough. I asked originally for just some DK yarn so that I could make a sheep, and Kerry was like, we'll absolutely support you, not a problem. Don't do it in DK though, it'll take you forever. And actually a large sheep is much more fun. And she's right. So Kerry kindly gave me some Aran yarn with the rainbow horns. So this is actually the DK yarn held double. The rest of the sheep is actually made in their Aran yarn. So this turns out to be a large sheep. And this was a sheep that Toft release every year as well for their own Pride campaign, where they give a portion of the sale proceeds from all of the Pride rams to charity as well. So Kerry very kindly gave me the yarn to make not 1, but 2. So I've got 1 in charcoal. I love the charcoal one. They're always made in cream. And I was like, I want to do something different as well. And I said, what about black? And Kerry was like, don't do it in black. Do it in charcoal. It's, again, easier. Easier on the eye. So we have 2 large sheep by Toft. These are crocheted by me. I've made all the parts. I fleeced them all. And I've done all the horns. And I've sewn them together. They've got these cutest little ears around the horns. They've got this cute little sheepy tail, and they do sit upright. Obviously they won't in my hand, but they do. Oh, they will in my hand. But they sit upright and they're just gorgeous. So a huge thank you to Kerry for that donation. So the cream sheep is going to be prize number 3, and prize number 4 is the charcoal sheep. But then, following on the super generousness of people, Kerry, then I saw her a few weeks later at the Stitches show, I think it was, in London. And Kerry gave me 2 of the hard copy books. So Edward's Menagerie is the reason I learned to crochet, and I had the original book. This was the new and improved version that was released this year. It's the 10-year special edition. And Kerry bought 2 books with her to the show that they'd kept back from when they'd shipped all the orders out in case any got lost, so that everybody could get their order. And she said, do you want 2 books as well for your giveaway? And I was like, are you sure? She said, yeah. So they're now sold out. You can't buy this book anywhere. So I have 2 of them, along with the matching patch. So again, if you've known me for a while, you know my love of the Toft patch. It's an iron-on patch that goes with one of the items from the book. So there are some mini patterns inside, and there's a patch in each of the books. So prizes, where am I on my list? Prizes 5 and 6 are the Toft Edward's Menagerie books. So back to knitting. So a handmade item by me. So this is the Do Not Disturb shawl. And this is using yarn by Marcus of Fiberpunk. I love this so much. As I was knitting it, I was like, I don't want to give this away. Now, luckily I have yarn left over from this, so I might make myself one during Pride Month. I was chatting to Marcus, who's a dyer based up in Glasgow, and I had a skein of Marcus's Progress Pride 4-ply yarn in my stash. So the Progress flag, so the original rainbow flag, I don't know the dates when this was out, so it's not the greatest of history lessons, but the original Pride flag was the red to purple. Then the white, pink and blue were added in for the trans flag, and then black and brown for our BIPOC siblings. And I had this one in my stash. I was like, I want to do something with it, but I'm not sure what. So we were just chatting, and Marcus said, well, I've been toying with the idea of doing a speckle rainbow. What do you think? I was like, yes, go for it. So we agreed on the pattern that I was going to do 50-50 self-stripe and 50-50 speckle. And this is what we've got. So it's the cutest little shawlette. It's really cute. I've got one. This was the design by Louise Tilbrook. Louise designed this for my collaboration a few years ago. And it's the Do Not Disturb shawl. And it's just a nice little lightweight scarf, basically. Shawlette, whatever you want to call it. And it just is amazing. It's really fun that you start off down here in the corner, and then you just do the increases in the repeats, and it gets deeper. And then when you get to the halfway point, you do the decreases. But when I got to the halfway point, I switched then from the speckle yarn to the stripe yarn. And what I love is you can just see in knitting, if you're watching this and you're not a knitter, but you want some hand knit items, you usually change colour on the right side so that you don't see these lines. But actually the way the yarn has gone is the change in colour has often been halfway on the right side or halfway on the wrong side. So it's really interchangeable. And I love the way that it's done that, because it's almost given it a bit of a mild effect, which is super cute. So, yes, we've got a Do Not Disturb shawl using yarn by Marcus of Fiberpunk, and I'm very excited, to let this one go. I am going to have to make one. So I basically used this 100 grams of yarn. I used 50 grams of each. So I do have the other 50 grams here. I don't really like making the same thing twice in quick succession, but I might have to break that rule in order to make one. So that is prize number 7. So then prize number 8. So I knew that I was having the minis from Max and Vincent, and I wanted some 100-gram skeins then of yarn that I could make some hats with. So I popped a message over to Stephen West of West Knits, and Stephen was very kind enough to send me a skein of his tandem yarn, which is the DK weight. I think bicycle is the 4-ply and tandem is the DK. It's the DK weight anyway. And I've made a painting bricks hat. So I love the way the colours work, especially in the crown. So it was perfect for the minis because it was 1 repeat of each colour, and then it was 1 repeat of half a colour in each repeat. So it's got this really long brim that folds over. I will model it. I'm obviously not going to wear it because it's your hat if you win it, but I will model it so that you can see. It is a really cute, and it's a really good, I need to make one of these for my dad. I've made my dad a few hats now, and he constantly is like, that hat you made me rides up, it sits above my ears, it doesn't fit me properly. So when I tried this on, I was like, I need to make my dad one of these. So yeah. We have the Painting Bricks hat. So this is a collaboration hat for the giveaway. So this is the West wool that was donated by Stephen West and the minis from Max and Vincent. So I love how they work together, and the neons just pop so well against the grey. So big thank you to Stephen for the donation of the yarn for that one, and of course to Max and Vincent, as we said earlier. So that is prize number 8. Prize number 9, sticking on the hat theme. So I got in touch with Ted off of Ted Knits and asked for 100-gram skein, and Ted sent me this amazing chocolate brown. This is super soft. I love it. I don't know what base this is of Ted's, and I need to find out what it is. I might need a jumper in it. It's really soft. So again, another pattern by Stephen West. So this is the Painting Honeycombs. And yeah, again, similar concept, 1 repeat of each colour, and then a repeat of the colours in the final section. Again, I'll model it so that you can see. Also a super size. And the ribbon, the fact the ribbon's so long, if you've got a smaller head, don't worry because it will pull it in. I'm hoping these you can see, yeah. So again, what I really love, Mark and I were talking about this, it's the same neons, but they hit a bit differently in the different colours. They're a bit more poppy against the grey, and they're a bit more, I don't know, vibe. I don't know if they're a bit more vibe. I don't know. But they're different, but I love them. It's going to be really hard. I've had all these rainbow things. My flat is just rainbowed, and I don't want to give any of it away, but it's such a worthy cause. So I'm hoping that you're loving all of these items. So we've got that hat. So that is number 9. A few more to go. Number 10 then, so again, wanted some double knit yarn. So I got in touch with James off of James Makes Yarn. And when James sent me this yarn, I looked at it and I was like, nothing says James makes more than this. James's yarn is amazing. So this is the Starlight Cowl, and it's a very simple sort of cluster stitch. So this is crocheted. And it shows off the yarn amazingly. And when you crochet this, you're crocheting a spiral. And what I really love is I love the way the colours have pooled. So if you can see, this is then striping around. And then it kind of loses it a little bit towards the top. But I actually like the effect that you get, and whichever way you wear it, you're kind of getting this stripe to start with. It just reminds me of space, and I don't know why. It's kind of galactical. Galactical? Yeah, galactical. So a really cute looking cowl. Let me put it onto model for you. So it's a really nice, plenty of room. I was gonna say I'm a large male. That would be my size probably. So again, if you are smaller, petite, it will be a little bit looser fitting, but really nice, super warm in James's yarn. But yeah, super vibrant colours, and you look at it and you just know that's James's yarn. So I'm really, really happy with that as a cowl. So that is prize number 10, which is a Starlight cowl by James Makes Yarn. And prize number 11, so another dyer I really wanted to get on board was Dan by Boner Yarns. So Dan very kindly sent me a skein of this. So again, the same pattern as James's, but it does look a bit different. The yarn really does make the stitch definition look different. So again, a double knit weight. And I love the rainbowy speckles of these, which is just fantastic. So that is by Dan of Boner Yarns, and another Starlight cowl. So that is just, it looks, I love the sort of the pastel-y neons, because these are, Dan's yarn is super bright in terms of these little flashes of the pinks and the yellows, but against the kind of a more muted palette with the pastels. And I just love how that really is different in this pattern. So that is prize number 11. And then prize number, what comes after 11? 12. Oh my God. Prize number 12. So I've got these wonderful skeins by, so my very good friend Kitey. Also, do you want to join in? Are you on board with the prize draw? Kitey was very, very generous with giving me more yarn. And we kind of acknowledged at one point then that I probably had too much yarn to make all of these things in time for the 1st of June. So what Kitey's very kindly done is given me 2 lots of prizes to give away. So I have 2 of these wonderful, this is called zebra yarn, because you can see the black and the white, what would be white, but the black doesn't take up the dye. So you get this black stripe that goes all the way through the yarn. So I've got these 2 wonderful, he calls it Highland Zebra. Is that actually the name of it? Yeah. So this is the 4 of Wands. I think this is from his tarot collection. So I've got these 2 to give away as prize number 12. And then prize number 13, a unicorn ate my homework, is this sparkle. So you can see the sparkles. There's a little bit of stellina in here that gives you that sparkle on camera. And again, just the most amazing pride rainbowy color palette. So that's prize number 13. And to go with that one, I also have some Love is Love needle stoppers. They're so cute. The little rubber stoppers we pop the needles on. So we've got those skeins of yarn there. And then prize number 14, I'm going to come back to those in a minute. Prize number 14 then, the last one, is a wonderful rainbow skein of yarn from Ellie of Tidin Bryn. So this is from Ellie's Flock. So if you've watched my YouTube for a while, you will know that I've been doing a collaboration with Ellie, and I've been to the farm, we've met the sheep, we've seen them be shorn, and now to the mill to see them being spun. And this is from Ellie's own flock. And again, just the most vibranty rainbow. It's so cute. And if you like woolly wool, I like woolly wool. It's really, really lovely. So this is by Ellie of Tidin Bryn. So we all agreed that I probably had too many projects to then make in time for the 1st of June. So we agreed that these were going to be giveaways, because ultimately my channel and my Instagram is predominantly knitters and crocheters, and I'm hoping lots of the shares and the awareness that we raise through this campaign will be with lots of knitters and crocheters. So some of you may not want things that I've made. I'm hoping some of you do, and I'm hoping you've loved the things that I've shown you off so far. But actually some of you may just want yarn. So we have Pride Rainbow-esque skeins of yarn that we will give away. The one thing I will say though, if you are entering the prize draw, because if you're watching this and you work with me, or we know each other and you're not a knitter or a crocheter, as long as you bear with me timings wise, because I am not the fastest knitter or crocheter, I will make you something in these. So if you win this draw and you win these two from Kitey, we will agree what they can be, and maybe they are a shawl or a scarf. You can have a bigger version of that one. You can have something completely different. If you win one of these single skeins, this can be one of the cowls that you've seen so far. It can be a hat. Same with Ellie's yarn. So I will make you something if you want with these as prizes. If you are not a crafter, we just need to then say, it will be this year. It will be quickly-ish. They're single skeins. It'll be fine. I should be wearing my "it'll all get done" t-shirt. But that's kind of another offer that I know that not everyone will want skeins of yarn if you're not a crafter. You might want to learn, right? And this is a great opportunity for you to learn how to knit or crochet. I can teach you. We can do a Skype. If you're in Cardiff or South Wales, we'll get together and we'll knit together. But if not, don't worry. Please still enter the draw and I will make something for you. There's inclusive for everybody. Everybody's welcome, crafters, non-crafters. Right, I'm just going to have some squash and check my notes. I didn't turn it off. Right, I think that is everything that I want to say. Yeah, the link is below in the description box. You'll see it all over my social media. 4 p.m. on the 1st of June for 30 days. £2 entry, £5, 6 entries, £10, 15 entries, etc. All on the website. Terms and conditions are on the website. The winner will be drawn at random. I will use Anna, probably. I won't say an Alexa. She might speak. Yours might speak. I'll use her to do the random draw, and it'll just be a list of all the entries, and I hope there's lots of them. And I'll say, draw me a number between 1 and that will be number 1, number 2, number 3, and that's how we'll do them. So Crowdfunder will send me a spreadsheet with all of your email addresses on, and I will delete that email at the end of this campaign, so your data will not be kept, but the payments are all managed through Crowdfunder. I have nothing to do with that. You are not sending me your bank details or anything. You make your entry through the Crowdfunder website. They sort all of that out, and as it's a charity draw, there's no fees for you to do that. They cover all of that. At the end of the draw, they will just send me a pot of money for, say, £500 that we've made, and I will pass that on to Terence Higgins Trust, and I'll provide the details on my Instagram and YouTube to show you that I've made that payment for accountability. So I think that's everything. I am so excited. I'm wearing a rainbow t-shirt with my rainbow watch, with all my rainbow things. It's just like Happy Pride Month, and I really hope that I can ask these lovely folks, you lovely folks, this community, can you see how excited I'm getting, to come and support me in this hopefully wonderful idea throughout the month. I'll talk about it in some of my upcoming videos. I'll be sharing more detailed pictures. I've done reels and content, that's all in plan. So I'll be sharing this throughout the month to try and keep the campaign going. And I've set a target of £500. I feel like that would be super achievable. I know everyone is asking for money. It's always something. We're in a cost of living crisis in the UK. There's lots happening around the world. I get it. That's why there is a free entry if you want to do that. But I would hopefully encourage you. It's £2 an entry. I hope that I can encourage you to join in. And I feel like there's nearly 10,000 of us here in this community. £500 should be easily doable. That's my plan. I really hope I can ask for your support and get on board. And if nothing else, if you can't afford to enter, that's absolutely fine. There are other ways that you can support by sharing the draw to your own social media, helping to raise awareness, going to support the work that Terence Higgins do, follow their social medias, learn a bit more about the charity, but share what I'm doing with your communities on Facebook and Instagram and Threads, anywhere else that you socially media, knitting groups, face-to-face, share the love, and someone else may want to enter into the prize draw. So that's it. I'm going to edit this video and then it's ready for going live. So you get a bit of a sneak preview here on YouTube, and then the draw website goes live at 4 o'clock. So thank you as always. Lots of you have been in the comments on previous videos when I've talked a little bit about going that you're really excited, can't wait to see everything. I hope you just love the explosion of colour in this video. And as I said, I can't have done this. The final thanks, the first thanks actually goes to Mark for helping me craft the idea and giving me the confidence, because even though I kind of know these people now, it's still, let's write the email, let's reach out asking for help. Thank you to Mark for his support with helping me with this. And of course, I wouldn't have been able to do this without the amazing support of all the wonderful people that I've already talked about. So again, a huge thanks to Max and Vincent, to Kerry, to Marcus, to Stephen, to Ted, to James, to Dan, to Katie, to Ellie, and anybody else that has chatted to me, been able to support me through this campaign. I really hope that you guys can help embrace it and you can share the love in your communities. I'll keep you updated as I'm going. And I'm hoping now that a lot of this stuff is done. I've put it out there. I've shown you it all. Normal service will resume on my YouTube videos, and I'll be back in your inboxes. YouTube boxes, wherever you get them, once a week with all of my crafting plans and what I've been up to. So there we go. I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you've loved what you've seen. Let me know in the comments below what you like. Is there a prize that you really want to win? Let me know what your favorites are. Go out there and share it. And thank you so much for being here and all of your support as always. So it's live in 2 hours. It'll be live maybe by the time you watch this. I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. Thank you very much for being here. Until we speak again, happy crafting.